Hi everyone, my name is Mohammed Khalid and I'm the Director of Solutions Engineering here at BetterCloud. Today I want to talk about an exciting use case that directly impacts employee experience and allows IT to have more time to focus on key strategic initiatives. The use case I'm talking about will allow organizations to get further down their path of zero-touch IT, if not fully automate the whole process, as you'll see in a few examples today. Now for today's example, we'll be working with ServiceNow, and we'll talk about how users oftentimes need to request one-off access to apps outside of the typical ULM provisioning that takes place when they onboard. So let's take a look at this example. When it comes to self-service flow, maybe the user realizes that they need access to Slack. So they'll go ahead in their ITSM provider, again in this case ServiceNow, and request a ticket. After that ticket's usually requested, what ends up happening is a help desk agent has to review the ticket and then eventually route that for approval. Whether that approval goes to a manager or someone else, that part can change, but there's typically a few handshakes that take place. Now, after approval is received, that same help desk agent will provision the user, and eventually the user will gain access. Now, let's look at how BetterCloud can help alleviate some of those steps in this specific example. Here, we'll have the same user come in, they need access to Slack, they'll submit the ticket, but at this point, rather than the help desk agent getting involved, as soon as the ticket is submitted with the appropriate variables populated, BetterCloud can listen to that and kick off the remaining process where it automatically reaches out to the manager, creates the account, and eventually closes out the ticket. Now let's take a look at what this process looks like. So coming into ServiceNow, let's say I need access to Slack. So I'll go ahead and put in my email, mention the app that I need, in this case Slack, and say I need this very urgently. All right, that part is put in. I'm going to submit the ticket. You'll see that my ticket is right here. And now if I go to BetterCloud, you'll see that we already have a workflow built that says when an app is requested and the requested app is Slack, what are the steps that we want to do? Well, in this case, we're going to go ahead and find the user that lives within our environment, automatically reach out to the manager to see if they can gain access to this app, and based on that manager response, automatically create the user and add them to the appropriate channel, and eventually close out that ticket. So right there, you see all those handshakes that typically take place manually are being taken care of automatically through BetterCloud as soon as that ticket is submitted. So that's one example, and as I mentioned, we can help you on your path of zero-touch IT, if not fully automate the whole process. But what do I mean by fully automate the whole process? Well, more and more organizations and more CIOs are getting excited about AI and ML and how they can incorporate that as the front aspect of user submissions. So what that means is a user coming in, submitting an app request to a chatbot, or even in this case, Slack, and maybe let's say they need access to a DocuSign. Well, they'll interact directly with their chatbot. That will create the ticket in the ITSM provider, in this case ServiceNow, and go through that same flow. So let's go back here, and what I'm going to show you what that looks like is directly from here. I'm an end user. I need access to, let's say, DocuSign. I need DocuSign. Perfect. Create this. And as soon as I create this, you're going to see that one, the incident has been created in ServiceNow. We can see that here. Coming back to the slide, so you'll see that the employee has already went ahead and used their chatbot in our example Slack, requesting access to their app. That automatically created the ticket in ServiceNow, which we saw the verification for within Slack. And from here, we'll automatically kick off that flow that we showed previously. So as you can see, the possibilities are endless as BetterCloud can mimic and match your process where it's at currently, while having the flexibility to grow with your zero-touch approach wherever you are in your journey, thus helping employees be productive faster by removing the unnecessary barriers to productivity and helping the internal IT teams increase their efficiency. Thank you for your time.